Hey everybody, the Rainswept here, and welcome to Rainswept. Special thanks to 2Awesome Studio for providing a code. It's much appreciated. Now, when I first booted into the game, it did give you a warning, saying that this game, I guess it tackles some, like, heavy topics, like trauma and suicide. So, you know, it could be distressing. I'm just saying, it's what the game gave me. What the hell? That's an odd way of doing it. Usually you would choose a new game and it would be from top to bottom. Going against the grain, eh? Alright, slot 0. Let's go. But I believe this is like a mystery adventure game? Monday, 12:14 AM. October 7th, 1996. Ooh, I was 1 year old. Nearly 1.5 years old, actually. Oh. Well, we're off to a... Whew. Okay. Well, it did say it's a heavy... It might have heavy topics. I did not expect that in the first minute, but... you know, it happens. Frostwood Interactive. I really like the art style for this, though. What? Music? Mechanic? So I'm wondering... I was going to say, I'm wondering what's actually happening. I think we're driving to there, because we play as a detective, I think. Yeah. It did hit hard fast. The first thing that happened as I say, after I started and got done with my, like, syncing up and stuff, it showed a guy pointing a gun at his head, so... don't get much heavier than that. How's it going, by the way? Monday, 7:35 AM. It took me 7 hours? Oh, wait, yeah. 12:14 is when they committed suicide. God damn, it's really coming down. Oh, nice. I've recently had food too. Although I had chicken, chips, peas, and curry. Curry sauce. Hope I don't catch a cold again. Game saved. Oh my god, does that have to be so... Look at how I move! Those are some string bean legs. Okay, so I can enter the car or look at it. That's my car. Brilliant. I was gonna say, can I run? Because this is some slow moving. I do quite like how he looks. Terrible. Oh, this is actually what we saw. What'd you say? I can't hear you over the rain. I said terrible. Terrible is business, all this. Show all interactable objects by pressing the Y button. But it's only a matter of time, you know that. Wait, so... I know there was... Still, they were so young. That's true. Cycle between nearby interactable objects using LB and RB. Oh wow, she called them young and stupid. That's not very nice. I guess you're right, it was just a matter of time. Oh, that was the dialogue that we're showing. Okay, god, there's a lot of stuff I can look up. What? Speak up! They've been here a while, it looks like. Oh yeah, I'm gonna look at everything. The crowd is too close to the crime scene. The number of cops are few. This is poor. Oh, they're repeating themselves. I keep pressing B to bring up everybody, so I can talk to this guy. Now what's he up to? Okay, I can't talk to him. Look. That's the way inside. I wonder why Chief sent me all the way to Pineview for this case. Only one way to find out. I don't want to go inside. I want to look at the window. An open window. A note. How do I look at notes? Start? Not start. What would be the logical button? X. It seems that every button I press I just take a puff. Or is he like, you know, scratching his chin, wondering? I think he's pondering. Oh no, he's actually smoking. Okay. Never mind. So that's the way inside. Yeah. Alright, let's go in, I guess. That's the way in. I should take a look around out here before heading in. Oh, I did. Or are there more people over here? Man, please, you need to back away a little. Oh, okay, never mind. I didn't go too far to the right. What happened here? A murder. Johnny, get under the umbrella. Granny, I want to leave. It's really cold. Can we go back to the shop now? We could all see this coming a mile away. Ma'am, please. Granny, please. Alright, Johnny, let's go. There's no point standing here now. Oh. I knew this would happen. We should have done something. There's nothing we could have done. Chris did this, I'm sure of it. It does look like that, doesn't it? Oh. Detective Stone, right? The chief is inside. They've been waiting for you. You need to control the crowd, officer. You need to push the crowd away from the scene, officer. What? You'll have to speak up. I can't hear you over the rain. The crowd, handle them. There could be evidence out here. We can't have the crowd trampling all over the evidence. Oh yes, I'm trying. Hey Williams, what the hell are you doing? Trying to prop up this tape, sir. It won't stay. We'll get some sticks and drive them in. Yes, sir. Richard. Don't call for Richard. Richard's on leave. Do it yourself. Goodness. Sorry, detective. Thing is, we're short of manpower here. We weren't prepared for this kind of thing. First time in decades. And to top it off, this goddamned rain. Just get the crowd under control. I'm heading inside. Yes, detective. Don't worry. Richard. I mean Williams. Alrighty. Well, we sorted them out. There's a guy here. Why ain't he doing anything? He just stood at his car doing bugger all. Should I go in? Go in, look around some more. I mean, there's not really all that much I can do. Yeah, go in. I've looked at everything. No point hanging around out here. I just need to remember to press Y and it'll pop up on everything. Oh boy. Oh god. Oh god indeed. That's the sheriff. I should talk to him first. So I can look at what? Just the one guy? The way I walk. Michael? Huh? Whoa! What happened? Detective, are you okay? I guess I tripped. I think so. Yeah. Guess I'm just a little tired after the long drive here. Okay. If you say so. Detective Stone, right? The head office called in to say that you'd be joining us here for this investigation. I'm Sheriff Harris and this is Officer Watts. We appreciate the department sending help, but I don't think we'll need it. This case is ready to be wrapped up. What do we have here? The victims here are Christopher Green, age 26, died from a bullet wound to the head. Looks self-inflicted. And Diane Miller, age 24, single bullet wound through the abdomen. The victims lived together, were unmarried. So is it the case of he shot her, then offed himself? Maybe? So, any signs of an intruder? No signs of forced entry. The door was locked from the inside when we arrived. An officer climbed through the open window here to open the door. There are no footprints outside that window. Huh. Okay. I don't need to say except the officers, that's obvious. And that's not gonna be like they're a suspect. No signs of struggle or marks on the bodies either. Huh, okay. Time of death? Well, we know this. It was 12:14. According to the... oh, 12:15. According to the next door neighbour, a single gunshot was heard around 12:15 hours. Oh, 0:20. I don't really read it like that. We received the call at about, 20 past midnight. And we're here in another 5 minutes. We found them dead upon arrival and confirmed the timing. Huh. The weapon? Pistol. What do we know about the weapon? Both shots were fired from a .38 caliber special revolver. Why is it always a .38 caliber weapon? So many times it's a .38 caliber weapon. The ballistics report will let us know more. Any witnesses? Just the next door neighbour who claims to have heard a single gunshot. We can interview him shortly. Okay, so maybe he didn't kill her, then killed himself? If there was only one gunshot. Huh. Right. Honestly speaking, detective, we think it's pretty obvious what's taking place here. What do you mean? They had a reputation. They weren't exactly a happy couple. The whole town knows this. Oh, so they're going off of he killed her, then killed himself. Diane was shot at point-blank range with Chris's gun, probably by Chris. Wait a minute, how'd that work? She was shot... God, I don't like going into ace attorney mode, but she was shot, but only a single gunshot was heard. Maybe as he put the gun up to his head, he was shot by someone else? He then went ahead and shot himself, as the wound is clearly self-inflicted. So you see, sending you here unnecessarily complicates things. I wouldn't question their abilities, but it's more the fact of... someone shot through both of them. Maybe. But if it was at point-blank range... I don't know if I should question their abilities or remain silent. I'll remain silent. It's obviously a case of murder-suicide, Detective. So everything's figured out already. So we got it all figured out here already, huh? If that was sarcasm, I'll ignore it, but yes, more or less. Are you suggesting there was domestic violence involved? It would seem so. It was never reported, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. So, rumours? You may call it that, but where there's smoke, there's fire. I'm not sure that... And they were never really able to fit in this town. They were new here, moved in about 6 months ago. Never got out much, didn't make any friends. We don't need to analyse the obvious, Detective. That would only be inefficient. This is Officer Blunt. Ooh! She will assist you through the course of your work here. What a name. Hello, Detective. Oh god, she's clearly new. She's very happy. And one more thing. We're looking to wrap this case up quickly and cleanly. We don't want to drag it if it can be helped. We have an important festival coming around in a week's time. So you might say this is rather bad timing. Oh, I'm sure they're so devastated that they died. Officer Blunt from Precinct 420. So there's no need to go around complicating things, alright? Just get me a story that works and we can close this case. Close this case quickly. Sarcastic God, I can't read. Sarcastic reply. Yeah, sure, can't wait to wrap this case up. Yeah. Alright then, I'll see you soon. Goodbye. There he goes. Okay then, I don't like how the characters have, like, string bean legs. Anyway. Have a look around the room if you'd like. Come talk to me when you're done. God, I just love how fast I move. There's a lot of stuff to look at. Hot damn. Oh yeah, I was about to say, how do I switch? Let's have a look, it's a glass. Red wine. Whoa. Looks like a new bottle was opened yesterday, so that's what's on the table. I did think it was blood. No one drank from this glass. It would seem that Chris was sitting by himself at the table and drinking wine waiting for someone to join him. Probably Diane? Whether he was waiting for her or someone else, we don't know yet. A glass of wine was knocked over. This looks like wine, but there seems to be blood in here as well. How did blood splatter in this direction? It doesn't make sense. So... Oh. Those drops of blood feel out of place too. God, I'm such a sucker for murder mysteries. I love them so much. Officer Blunt, God, that's... I think there may have been more than 2 gunshots that we're seeing here. I mean, to be fair, they said it was only the one. Bullet wound to the head. The skull is badly damaged, most of the side has been blown off. Gross. His body position and the way he fell would indicate that he was sitting sideways on the chair facing where Diane's body is now. The angle of the shot indicates that he was shot from this side. If someone shot him, they were standing in front of the refrigerator. No clues there, though. He could have been shot from that window. At the moment, it's shut. Must get it checked for fingerprints and footprints outside. Could someone have entered and left through here? We should have the fingerprint results in a couple days, Detective. Don't forget, there aren't any footprints outside. Someone shot here from outside, then Chris would have sat facing the refrigerator. That would make sense. That way, the killer wouldn't need to enter the house. But in that case, who shot Diane? Examine the hand. Gunpowder residue on his right hand. Hard to disagree with Officer Watts here. This is strong evidence for the victim shooting himself. Unless it was made to look that way. The chair's fallen on its back. Looks like looks like Chris fell off the chair before or after being shot. I can take this, or can I look in the drawer? So 38 special rounds, .38 special rounds, it's a box of 50 rounds, that's a lot of ammo. There are 44 here, which means 6 are missing, 2 were used last night. The rest are probably in the barrel. Yep, this means 4 are unaccounted for. I'm guessing we'll find them and loaded in the gun. Hell yeah. What is this joyful music? It's quite nice. Doesn't really fit for, you know, where there's a dead body, but, you know. A 38 caliber special, as Officer Watts said, it looks pretty old. It can hold 6 rounds. It's a revolver, so it wouldn't have ejected the shell casings. It should still be in the barrel. Open the barrel. There are only 3 unused rounds in here. I was expecting 4. This means 3 rounds were fired from this gun at some point in time. If 2 were fired last night, where's the 3rd? Or was it shot last night or on some other day? The gun belonged to Chris, according to Officer Watts. Let's assume Chris or Diane were the ones to use it. Is there anyone else who could have known where they kept the gun? From Pineview? I really doubt it. Remember, no signs of forced entry. Could it be someone they were comfortable with, or trusted? No one I can think of. What else can I look at? Oh, there's a scuff mark. What's this? Oh no, it's writing. Chris 96. It's signed Chris 96. I'm guessing Chris built some of the furniture around this house. Okay. Different. What else we got? I can look at her body too. Gunshot to the stomach. The damage in the residue would suggest the shot was taken at point blank range. That rules out the possibility of her being shot from the open window. She would have been in line of sight from the outside though. There's no mistaking it, the perpetrator would have to be inside the house to cause this kind of a wound. Whether that was Chris or someone else, it's hard to say at the moment. I think that's everything. How do I check my notes? I'm assuming there's like a button I can press. Oh, there it is. Left on the D-pad. Well, there we go. So I can actually press right on the D-pad to hide stuff, I think? So I don't like how the music stops, but crime scene, Diane shot point blank range, stomach, shooter had to be inside the house. Shot to the head, gunpowder residue on hand. Wine, celebration, or happy. Weapon. So 3 bullets and 3 empty shells in the chamber, 2 used last night, what about the 3rd? Weapon was owned by Chris. How would someone else get access to it? A friend or someone they trusted? Can I change the page? Ah! LB and RB. Perfect. The music's popped up too. I'd prefer if the music was on, to be honest. So local cops account, no sign of forced entry, no sign of struggle, physical altercation. Single gunshot heard at midnight by next door neighbour. Victims had a reputation in town, local cops seem pretty convinced it's a case of domestic violence. I shouldn't expect them to be very helpful. Yeah, seems about right. Okay, I was gonna say, my game bug. I think that's everything. Checked. We don't know. I mean, I am, yes. Yeah, I'm done. Well, let's have a chat with Mr. Willis outside. Was it Mr. or Mrs.? The rain has finally let up. Game save. Oh my god. Right, this is Mr. Willis. He lives right there, next door. Coffee detective? Yeah, sure. Yes, thank you. Like, it's just appeared in my hand. You can ask him any questions you might have about last night. Right, Mr. Willis. Can you tell me everything that you saw or heard during last night's events? Well, see, I'd headed off to bed at around 11 PM as I usually do, after a glass of whiskey. Helps me sleep, you know. Anyway, somewhere around 12:15 AM, I'd say, I was woken up by a loud bang. I ran to my bedroom window that looked straight down at their place. And, what did you see? Nothing. The kitchen lights were on, but that's about it. I went to my phone and called Officer Watts here straight away. So how long did it take you to get to the window? Once you heard the shot. About a couple of seconds, detective. Not more than 5, I'd say. I nearly fell out of my bed when I heard the shot, so you might say I was halfway there already. Did you see anyone at all on the street? Did you see... I don't like how what you pick does not... it's not the same as what your character actually says. So did you see any sort of activity on the street, anything unusual? No, detective, everything was exactly the same as always. You said you heard a single shot. Yes, the whiskey usually knocks me out pretty good, so if there'd been more, I didn't hear him. So, move on to other questions. Oh, what? Different. Do you live alone? Do you live alone, Mr. Willis? Yes, I do. Never got married. It's, long story. One meant to be talked over a couple of whiskies. Know what I mean? Pretty much, yeah. Or Fallout. Well, Fallout 4. Can anyone confirm your whereabouts? No. I was just at home, you see. Am I a suspect? It's procedure, Mr. I know Mr. Willis. He's cool. React to the unprofessionalism on display. I'll remain silent. Did they have many visitors? Did Chris and Diane have many visitors, friends, etc.? I think what I might do is just not read what I'm going to select, and just read whatever pops up. No, not at all in fact. In all this time I only maybe saw Jack coming over to fix their car. No, people rarely ever visited him because they mostly kept to themselves, see? Never made any friends here. But sometimes folks don't like those kinds either, so I can't really say, know what I mean? No, please elaborate. Elaborate. You won't find anyone crying over their deaths here. Nobody really knew them. They never got out much. And, is there anything else you'd like to share with us, Mr. Willis? I don't know if this is useful, but you might have heard about Chris and Diane. They looked pretty happy when they first moved in. More recently, though, I heard Diane crying a couple of times, usually late at night. See, the whiskey knocked me out early, so maybe that's why I never heard all this before, but a couple of times I was up a little later. One night about a month ago, I heard pretty bad things. There were some loud sounds, like stuff being flung around and such, see? So that would be the domestic violence. I heard someone crying. I was thinking to myself that maybe I should call the police, but then it quietened down all of a sudden. We never received any calls for domestic violence, but people have often talked of stories of this kind. Can you remember when you heard this, Mr. Willis? Well, I was up late night writing an important letter. I think it must have been somewhere between the 1st to 3rd last month. 1st to 3rd of September, alright? Anything else? No, that's all I know about this. Right, thanks for your help, Mr. Willis. We'll be in touch if we need anything else. No problem, and thanks for the coffee. Alright. Alrighty. Well, I think that's cleared up a lot of things. It has. Mr. Willis didn't see anything outside the house after the gunshots. There are no signs of anyone forcing entry either. On top of that, considering how rough things were between the two of them, you heard what Mr. Willis said, right? Still, we don't know the complete picture yet. The amount of information we have as of now is very little. It's not the complete picture. We need to dig deeper if we want to know the truth, and not just confirm our assumptions. Well, what about the door, huh? How was it locked from the inside? Explain that. I checked the door. It locks itself from the inside when you pull it closed. Whether you pull it from the outside or push it from the inside. I'm not saying that's what happened, I'm saying that there's no conclusive evidence yet. Well, fine then, dig as deep as you'd like, Detective, you won't find anything new here. Why are you being super suspicious now? I was perfectly capable of handling this case myself, but of course the head department had to complicate things. In any case, Sheriff Harris will probably want to wrap up this case before the festival, so don't expect him to wait for more than a week. A week's fine. I have to head to the station now. Officer, escort Detective Stone to his hotel. Will do, sir. Strange. That's just really odd. We'll come back in the evening to search the house. Letters, diaries, things of that sort. Oh, I was about to read Officer Blunt. Alright. So when can we expect the autopsy results? Day after tomorrow, according to the coroner, but I'll confirm and let you know. I'm guessing there were more than 2 bullets shot last night. We should take another look around the kitchen to make sure. 3 bullets, but... We're actually glad that you're here, you know, although the Sheriff and Officer Watts would rather not admit it. Even to themselves. This is like the first murder here in the last 100 years or so. We have no idea how to deal with it. And, I mean... Yeah, that's a surprise. Come on, Detective, you don't need to be rude. Anyway, as I was saying, I wasn't being rude. If you've not dealt with a murder in 100 years, of course you wouldn't really understand what to do. I just joined the task force a month back, for instance. That was obvious, given how spry and chipper she was. Or is. And a murder already. I'm not sure if I'm ready. I kind of knew them, you could say. I've never known anyone that's been murdered before, you know? It's kind of weird. A bit sad. I know as an officer I'm not supposed to feel that way and all. You'll be fine, give it time. Thanks, Detective. So tell me about Chris and Diane. Oh god, I keep forgetting. What do you know about Chris and Diane? Well, not much. It's mostly what Mr. Willis said earlier. Nobody knew them, really. They came in here, kept to themselves. You'd hear stories about them. Everyone thought they were some kind of weirdos. I admit, I kind of agreed with that sentiment too. I feel bad about that now. It's no reason to make assumptions about people's character, and character can't be used as evidence. So I'd really like to help figure out what the real story is, whatever it may be. The sheriff said that there's a festival in the town next week. What's that about? Oh, it's an annual thing. We have it every October. There's a fair on the market street, there's food, rides. We get a lot of tourists from nearby states around that time. It's a good source of revenue for some of our smaller businesses here. That, of course, is less important in the light of recent events. Good to hear you say that. Of course, we can't go around trying to wrap up cases based on our assumptions, whatever the situation may be. I mean, these were people's lives that ended, and it's our job to figure out what really happened. So I guess what I'm saying is, you can count on me during this investigation. Thanks. I will admit, it's kind of weird that the sheriff is wanting to get this case wrapped up as soon as possible. It's like he doesn't even care about what actually happened. He cares more about the festival. Not to paint them as a suspect, it's just strange. I guess that's everything. I'm hoping the local police will let me do the job I've been sent to do, though. I don't mean you. I don't mean you. Detective, I know what you mean. Honestly speaking, Sheriff Harris is an asshole. I'm serious, he doesn't care about anything except running off home and taking it easy. This case probably ruined his plans to relax and enjoy the festival week. I hate people like that. Officer Watts, though, he's really sweet. I know he comes across as a little obnoxious, but... oh my god. Oh! I've read that very unenthusiastically. Oh my god. Did we just hit somebody? I saw her. She was right there. Why am I seeing her? Why am I thinking of her? What happened? God, I still can't get over the walk, and just how slow it is. My poor car. Ooh, Jack's Auto Repair Shop. Jack's the name of the guy fixing my car. Well, that makes sense for the name of the shop. He said his name's Jack. It's a good thing he was passing by when the crash happened. Hey Jack. What's up, dude? What's the issue with the car? Well, the headlights and the bumper's gone. You'll need to have them replaced. I'm going to have to check if I've got a replacement part so I can fix it. How long will it take? Okay, saying the same. How long will it take you to for you to fix it? Couple of days, 3 maybe, depending on how quickly I can get the parts. Shouldn't take more than 4 days at most. Oh boy, I only have a week. Hey dude, can you fetch me my big red wrench? It should be in a toolbox outside. Sure. Alright, I'll get it. You're amazing, bud. Thanks. Yeah, don't butter me up. Jack got us here in that. Can I take it? I think I'll wait for my car to be fixed instead. Is this the toolbox? That could be the toolbox Jack mentioned. Well, I'll take it. It's locked. I'll need to ask Jack for the key. Ah, bloody course. Oof, what a beauty. I wonder if it's Jack's. Man, I'd love to, but I don't think Jack would appreciate me doing that. Alright, so I need the key. The toolbox is locked, Jack. Oh, that's weird. Why did I lock it? Anyway, the key should be somewhere among the stuff behind my car. Behind your car. Thanks, dude. Yeah. Okay. So is it here? Alright, got the key. Tar, shovel. Wonder what Jack uses them for. Burying bodies. I hope that's not the case. I've had that so many times when I've made a joke about someone being the killer and it turns out they are a killer, and I'm like, oh, welp. That opened it. Let's see what's in here. Ooh, do I take the big blue one or the red? Which one did he want? Red, I think, given the fact everything here is red. Big red wrench. If I take the big blue one, he'll probably yell at me. This must be it. You idiot! I said red, not blue! There you go. Yeah, that's it. I love this wrench. Thanks, bud. I think you need a hobby. Ooh! I can ask about all these things. Ask about convertible. That red convertible there, is that yours? Yeah man, that's a 65 Mustang. I love that ride. I got it used for pretty cheap off a guy who couldn't take care of her anymore. Luckily the car's got something that keeps it running like new now. The big red wrench. Ooh, a new engine? No dude, it got me. I was gonna say that, but that was too cheesy. I spend all my free time on her, fixing her up and making sure she runs better than new. And I keep her happy by taking her on long beautiful drives on the roads outside town. Nice. Ask about the tar and shovel. You got a shovel and some tar there. What do you use those for? That... Dude. I do a bit of construction work on the side sometimes, you know, fixing up driveways and stuff for some extra cash. Okay, that's fair. Detective, you're here investigating Diane... is that Diane? Diana? I can't... What did I call her? Whatever, Diane. Her murder, right? And Chris, yes. Do you have any information that could help us? I don't know about information, man. I just know that he did it. What do you mean? Chris, he killed her. Oh, the music disappeared entirely. Why do you say this? Everyone could see it coming. Diane, they say she was troubled, scared of him even. Someone in this town should have done something. We all knew this could happen. But no one cared enough about them just to bother interfering. How do you know all this? I don't know. Rumours around town, mostly. Did you know them? Did you know Chris and Diane well? Not really. People here barely did. They were not the kind to come out and make friends with their new neighbours, it looks like. They still felt like outsiders to the rest of us. What were you doing last night? What was I doing last night? Yeah, that is what I asked. Oh right, I drove a couple miles from here and drank a few beers while I enjoyed the view. At night? Yeah, the stars, man. You see? Was there anyone with you? Did you meet anyone? No man, there's nothing like the pleasure of your own company sometimes. Alright, thanks for your help, Jack. We shall be back if we have any more questions. Of course you will. What do you mean, Jack? For your car, man. Come back when it's finished. Fixed. You get way too serious. Way too fast, man. Chill out.